Astralis currently sitting at 5-0 on their Nuke record with Esatag in the roster. Their pick here, they had a couple of options to go for, but this is another specialty, at least in the heroic back pocket. Let's see if Astralis, the once giants on Nuke, can continue where they left off about a year ago.
Just a casual year. A lot changes in that time, but I mean, Astralis have and had a reputation on this map, but as of late, I think Heroic have shown true diligence here as well.
And they're always prepared. Wunder's not in the server with them today, but he would have helped them prep for this matchup. And wow, that's a fantastic opening from Cadian. Tesla's put under pressure towards ramp. Device taking space towards yard. He will get down secret. That's going to apply pressure. They need to know the rotation's open. And Nico caught with his pants down, so he's fallen. Now we find ourselves at a 4-on-4.
Let's see if they check on Testis. I assume they will. Yeah, Esatag going to check for it. Does have a bomb, but wow, how do you get just on Glaive? That's actually pretty maddening. The shots coming out right now are very, very sharp from both sides. Borup and Cadian now trying to find step back through. Now Borup's over towards ramp. Cadian working, I think, through secret. Cadian potentially going to get contact towards Device first. No one holding his cross, but Device going a little bit closer towards control room. Magisk from the site. Just Cadian now, position noted. Going to be toyed with. And I think he knows this one is not looking very likely.
Yeah, if he can save onto his armor here, he can just buy into that scout and not have to reinvest in Kevlar in the next round. We will see Heroic go for a force buy here on the CT side. We can make a couple of notes here while we do have time. On the CT side, Tessus and Nico, they do like to wield Augs. So you see Nico over towards that warehouse position, tucking into red pole. That's a reference for you 1.6s out there. That's the back corner of the garage or warehouse position. Tessus will be using the Aug over towards the ramp position, also plays in swing. And I want to make some notes there of you saw Tessus in that dark position in lower. He plays that in post plants on the CT, on the T side quite commonly, right? We've seen him win some clutches from there, have a lot of impact. And if Astralis are aware that he loves that, that's one of his go-tos, and he gets figured out early and constantly gets taken down in that position without finding any kills, that's going to be a bit of a problem here for Heroic. Cadian does have that aforementioned scout. Deagles are plenty. Smokes are good too for the side of Heroic here. And, well, already dropped towards lower will be Nico. You can see Tesla's dealing with 4 angry Astralis members over towards ramp. This is a big kill. Nico slowed the ascent, or descent.
That smoke's great as well. Timing can't be better. Yeah, now Astralis, I'm waiting to see where they transfer to now, because the approach they may would have, I'm pretty sure they would have quite liked to work off, has been denied. Magus' room has been removed. It's been kind of reclaimed by the CTs, but they're going to go for a wander through towards the outside. Now, Stown is over here. I'm wondering if that scout's gone. Ooh, Stown can make the call, potentially. Did he see? He must have, right?
That he definitely saw him.
Ooh, you're feeling a little bold, aren't you?
Nico still has his smoke here, Lauren, and that Mach 10. So this is dangerous now for Astralis. Smoke comes in. That's going to deny them for roughly 20 seconds. They shouldn't want to push through that, knowing there's an SMG on the other side. Dupree the whole time is dealing with the squeaky door vent rotation.
Oh, if one of these hits was down, it does get really quite scary from the T side, even though they do have the superior weaponry. Glaive and Esatag in combination
Back down secret.
do eventually take him down, and now there's no smokes to hinder them, but they are running lower on time, 25 seconds. It does seem as though Nico's posting up in towards the vents. See the cross. Oh, Device beheaded. Like a guillotine, but Dupree's going to be waiting, catching this rotation, lovely positioning, going to force them to be uncomfortable, but Tessus finding another. We're into a 2v2. There is a molly on Dupree, so that can be utilized, and Nico's clearing as he goes. Information being garnered, and the timing couldn't be better.
It's been seen.
It has been seen, but he seems all too aware that Tessus could be here as well. Obviously, after that shot, Tessus.
You can sit it.
Sharp, and Nico's on the bomb. Dupree's got to go, and he's got to go fast. He doesn't know that he's not on the bomb anymore, switching to the UMP.
Oh, that was the chance.
Oh, the info. Molly.
There's no world now. Nico's lost this.
There we go. Whew. Dupree just offers his life for it. So, yeah, job done, but it's not pretty, is it?
Yeah, it was very, very dicey for a moment there. You could just see how well Heroic were able to stall out Astralis. Nico with the initial kill onto Magisk in the lower site, and that forced them to leave lobby. Tessus dropped his smoke over towards ramp, corralling all the way towards yard. Another smoke in plate. This shot, the second one from Nico, he thought it was top. Like, he thought there were footsteps at top side, and they were going to go for different control. You could see he was looking in the wrong direction. Was very lucky to hit that. And Well, unfortunate for Heroic that they couldn't convert this one. It felt like a round they should be winning. I know it was the force buy, but they were in control of that for longer than Astralis was. So there's 2 big kills from Dupree. They were clutch. Will just be the upgrade of 2 pistols for Borup and Stown. The Deagle will have been dropped across from Nico, who has the AK-47. Still a deadly round on the cards here as some isolation smokes over towards window and main. As down secret, they quickly trundle. Lots of nades to work with here. Experts at this Astralis. Oh my god, Down just lifted them and Borup as well. This is deadly.
Why are these pistols so good when they have them? I'm a little nervous. It should be okay.
Yeah, this is good. It's gonna be over towards the top.
Okay, but I'm just waiting for like the next problem to occur.
You can breathe now. They found the gap. Astralis found the gap. So there was a lot of pressure lower. If they went into the bomb site, Nico could have shredded one with that AK-47, but by pipping the gap, which was the vent, they're able to find themselves in top site, plant that bomb, have 2 AK-47s, Molotov here to delay some flashes if they want to take some territory back, and the MAC-10 on Tag to go searching. So at this point for Heroic, Nico will just be trying to hold on to this AK. If they drop towards lower where those guns went down, they'll be able to bolster this round even more so and carry through an extra bit of cash. So there's a UMP. Cadian might want to go for kills with that UMP. I don't know if Tessus wants to hold on to the Galil either. He is a ramp player, so the Galil isn't, you know, the worst weapon in the world to be using over towards that side of the map. But oh, Tag, hello, showing a little bit of leg. Will be getting away with his life. So the bomb will detonate. Astralis going up 3-0. Nice and clean in terms of the recovery. Not the start of the round. It has been scary for them so far. This was Stown just absolutely plucked Aegis out of the air. Lovely shot there. Look at him. Bush.
What are you meant to do against that sort of goddamn like high tier aim? It's just...
Ooh, lots of Astralis fans on the fan cams. Lots of shirts out to play.
One of my favorite things though that made me feel like esports was real is walking down in Cologne. There's a, you know, I think it's Jack Jones or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Like a whole Astralis stand, just like completely unrelated to what I do for a living. Fast pace though from Glaive. Oh, he's been caught up in the blender.
The damage.
That's massive work. Tag even gonna cop some flack of that too. And that's just perfect. Not gonna let him get any sort of room here.
Look at the excess money right now while we get a moment to breathe here. Astralis are just posturing themselves in this mid-round. But the extra cash for Borup, because he took that UMP, now he's upgraded to that AK. The extra cash for Cadian, because he had that UMP and would have been dropped across an AWP. Somebody was feeling very generous. And Tessus there, he has the Galil, and he's wielding that bad boy in a very filthy angle. You can see Nico tucked into that red pole position, as some old men might remember.
The old folks home kicking off about that again.
Yeah, this used to be a big red pole there, ladies and gents.
And Tessus, there used to be a Magus up there as well. Pretty big kill though, trying to keep things relevant, but the damage they are sustaining doing this is almost unsufferable.
There's a big
Dupree's
gap
30,
though,
Tag 18. Where do you see the danger really coming from?
Ladder, there's nobody watching it right now. Borup actually has to push forward in towards lobby. So if they take ladder control, even in this 3-on-4 situation, they have utility here to lock on off that hut position. Dupree has the bomb, so it has to be a topside finish. Are they going down secret? There's 24 seconds.
See what the T's got up to.
They're trying to sell this. They're trying to force out a full rotation.
Oh my. Okay, and up the vents we go. Okay, it's a bit wild. 10 seconds now. There goes Dupree. There goes the bomb. It's over. Nicely handled by Heroic. I like the idea from Astralis. You could see the intentions. Sadly, Heroic on the other side is just like, nah.
Yeah, well, it was a good idea. I didn't mind it either. And unfortunately, I guess one of the rotation points is the vent. So you can see 2 individuals, Cadian and Stan, like, all right, well, if it's lower, we're coming. But no. They're coming to us. So easy as you like. And you can see a bit of a smile on Stown's face there as they do pick up their first round here in map number 2. This is the map choice of Astralis. If we do need the third, it will be Train. A map that Astralis have been very proficient on since the addition of Tag. Cadian, he's forward. Found a freebie right there. Needs to get away with his life. Glaive will trade on out. Nico pushing. He'll drop that bomb. And, well, in the flurry and fray of things, he's going to dip on back. Glaive finding another, the smoke criminal. Known for his exploits around the smokes. He's very, very good at using those to his advantage. Stown now has to make sure that there's no more leaks across the board here. That smoke will hold Tag at bay, tucked in towards the T side vent. Smoke clearing now. Big frag. Here is Borup will finish him off.
Good to see Borup carry on where he left off. From that previous map, he's been quite the sharp tact for them. And now Dupree and Glaive. Glaive does have the AWP. Tessus, the timing on that would be a miracle if he got behind them quick enough to be relevant. See if he starts running. He does now. So this is where it does become quite an interesting piece of the story. 50 seconds on the board, and he might see Glaive depending on where he's looking. For now, Glaive has somehow managed to evade vision. The timing becomes key. Nice work from Tessus there. There's now Dupree, the Deagle, and 3 players on the other side. Can't get past the first. Borup safe again, ensuring victory for Heroic. This is recovery now. The first couple of rounds went to Astralis. Looked quite solid, but not unstoppable. Quite close rounds. But now Heroic are back on the board.
And they have a levy of cash because of those saved rifles. So just check out the bank balance right there on the Heroic players going into what should be a full eco for Astralis. Knowing they're only getting the $1,900 loss bonus in this round, maybe some P250s would be the best thing they muster. But I think if you remember from map number 1 on Vertigo, where I was saying they were just hanging around, baiting out CT-sided utility, you're going to see more of that right here. And I think Nico, he has a sneaking suspicion that it will be that full save, because this man has the MP9, no utility behind it. He is just ready to brawl. Forcing forward. He can really mop up his unarmored opponents. There you go. You see Glaive's head like a watermelon exploding on those first few bullets, getting taken on down. And, well, he may as well push forward for more information now that he knows what's in play.
You like watermelon, Chad?
No, I don't really. I have a real issue with textures of fruits.
Oh.
I don't like things that are, like, mushy.
Mushy.
That's why I like to blend my banana.
Oh, yes, I do remember Alex.
And, yeah,
you mentioned that.
See, like an apple, I like it. It's crisp. It's a crisp
Gives
apple.
a bit back, yeah.
You know, like pineapple I don't hate.
If it's maybe quite a robust pineapple.
Yeah, and pineapple as a flavor is quite delicious.
It is good.
But I've never really been a watermelon fan. I feel like it's just a wasted food.
How do you feel about grapes then? Because they're firm on the outside, but then, you know...
Yeah, I don't like them with pips.
I see.
If you can get yourself a good old grape, you know, a red or a green boy.
Treat yourself to it. Cadian looking for some work to be done over by Squeaky, but not to be the case as the smokes do go into play.
Well, deep smoke wall again. This isn't the diagonal piece that we were talking about. This one's a bit more of a an elbow.
An elbow?
A slightly bent elbow.
Ah, yes, the infamous slightly bent elbow smokes. Thank you for that overview. Nico going to put up their wall. A little bit smaller, but very proficient.
Oh, Stown. This could be everything, my friend.
Oh, lordy.
They're going to know the trajectory of that smoke, so he's on a bit of a timer here. We'll be moving out of that position. So if they keep their eyes trained towards the T-sided vent, he's repositioned. There is a Molotov for CT vent. They also have a smoke for main or heaven. A couple of flashes to work with, but Astralis, they're down to peanuts in terms of utility. 55 seconds on the clock. Significant damage to Tag and device. Oh, they're creeping out. It's contact.
That's a bold play. Hello. Gonna see it all, but he's in danger, but he stays completely unscathed as Borup brings death from above. 2 big kills, but he eventually falls down, then swings, and it's all looking so well choreographed. This tag gonna slip down to the vents, though.
He can plant for free.
He's got the bomb as well. You're bang on. Maybe Magus can even catch those rotations if he gets the timing just right. This could be very costly for the CTs, but the bomb didn't go down.
Where is Tag going? He could even play in rotation and come back up the vent if that's a gap that gets left open, and it is.
And Magus can call that from
Cadian's got it under control.
Yeah, where is Cadian in this? Yeah, that is going to be the saving grace. He's got to move now.
There's no time to plant. There's no time.
Done.
Vegas can't go down after time here. Needs to hold on to this AK, and they're going to give him the room to breathe. The AWP from Cadian. It is not... Did it get salvaged? No, it didn't. Okay, it's not the end of the world. The money is pretty good. Whew, that one, there's moments for this to get dicey. I like Astralis in the mid-rounds here today.
I quite like some of those calls for rotations.
Yeah.
We saw that weird one through like secret, but then back up towards upper and...
Okay, so this is the double org setup that I was talking about with Tessus and Nico. Now, because of all the different smoke walls that get used towards the yard position, Nico being able to use that around them, find himself a little bit more potent in those longer range duels. The org, even though it's been nerfed, it still has a place. And we've been seeing it come into vogue a little bit more within the Pro League season. Same as the Silence Den 4 with a couple of those.
I've been seeing using that. I think Simple's been on it.
Simple's been on it when he can't afford that AWP.
Was there? I swear there's another that jumps to mind, but I can't think of it right now.
We've done that much bloody Counter-Strike.
True, there is so many names. But it is nice seeing a little bit of specific weaponry, I guess, kind of being toyed with, where it's like, okay, it may not be completely viable all the time, but hey, maybe holding this angle in this scenario.
And Train, with a little bit more longer ranges, definitely has a home, definitely has a place. Borup will be holding onto that MP9. And the cash right now is really quite good for Heroic. It's still early stages. They are going up against this saved AK from Magisk and some upgraded pistols from that of everybody bar Device. Now, what that's telling of for round number 9 is Device is likely with that 3K and the loss bonus coming through in the next round to be picking up an AWP. So we'll be keeping our eyes on Device within round 9. But Heroic need to survive round 8 first and foremost. This is still deadly. Astralis are absolutely no slouches. Now this is the L block wall of smokes coming out.
Not the bent elbow.
Not the bent elbow. Is there a gap there? There might actually be a gap in this smoke wall. It's not going to be found. It's not even going to be looked for, but yeah, that does feel like a big gap.
Someone said you had the palate of a 10-year-old and it made me giggle.
I am basically still a 10-year-old.
There's nothing just like random flame from chat. You know what I mean? Like just how you got the palate of a 10-year-old. Well, you're not
wrong. I'm like the court jester. I'll stand out here.
I got excited by nuggies yesterday. Just the idea of them really.
They weren't even there.
I know. And someone who is there is Magisk, who's just copped a boatload of damage down to 17 HP, which kind of sucks for him considering he is the rifleman. Glaive's going to find work from the Tech 9, though. That's big from Magisk. Still finding value, even low HP, and he's pushing the issue. Pressuring the point as now Cadian falls back, but too aware. Smart, quick play from him. And now Borup, clean up duty for him, and it looks good. There's Glaive trying to be proactive. Yeah, he's having none of what they're selling. Cadian's having a game, 10 kills for him. That's got to feel fantastic against Astralis.
Now, that plant is very important. Now, you're going to think, Chad, they could have won that round. That was close, but it's important for Magisk's bank balance. Now, in that previous round, when he was flanking through heaven and he held onto that AK, he didn't get the loss bonus. So that's why he carried the AK through with the armor. He couldn't actually invest anything. Going into this round, round number 9, he only had $300 in the bank balance. So the plant, as well as the round loss bonus that they have here, will net him over 4K, and that means he'll be able to buy on in with the AK and the utility he needs. This is good stuff from Cadian under pressure, because if he gave up that AWP, maybe potentially there's an opportunity for Glaive to get a little bit deadly. But they've been able to deal with that handedly, and you have Device now on this AWP. So let's see. Wants to go aggressive for a pick. Up and over. Very, very fast stuff. Hasn't beaten Nico to that position, but has heard it. Molotov's going to lock him on in.
He's burning. He's got to get that smoke out. Device now knows what he's done, looking for the escape, see if he catches him on the way down. The flash to help him out.
Cheeky boy.
Lovely. Very well played. Nice combination with the teammate. Little nade as a parting gift, but he stays ever present. As Cadian's going to be on duty, keeping some sort of control towards that outside area.
Cadian's actually got the best position for the job here because he can tuck in all the way back towards the forklift in CT spawn. If they want to go for any ladder control whatsoever, he has a great angle to deal with that, and it's not easy to smoke or flash him off the line. Esatag, his job is simple. Make sure they do not flank us yard because we want space, and they're taking that right now. So this duel right here with Dupree, as you can see, he's aware of all the different angles the CTs could be postured in. Does he think of Cadian? Does he think of this off angle here?
A horrible game of hide and seek. Cadian catching Dupree, appearing from those vents over in electrical. And now Esatag retaking territory that was just cleared by the CT side, but the timing's great for Borup. He's stuck around. And now Device looking for an angle on Cadian, but look at the support system in play. Device is so aware of this, but his angles, the amount he can work with is fine as well. Player behind him. Oh, he's still got Cadian, but Tessus instantly trades. The CT side is so robust.
This is great stuff from Heroic. And earlier, I did say I thought that Astralis were crazy to pick this against Heroic. I think that if you wanted to isolate them, maybe a map like Inferno that they've been having some woes on in recent time. Okay, hold up. There was a... Not sure how I feel about them letting them get the bomb down in that situation. They had plenty of bodies. Yeah, they could have thrown themselves on the line there just to deny that. And the reason I say that is it's 3,400 as the loss bonus for Astralis. And now with this defuse coming on through and the plant, well, the plant can... I mean, the defuse can only happen because of the plant. But anyway, my point is... Yeah.
Spiraling a little bit there.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
My point is that if they only lost the round and had the 3400, it's less likely they'd have a potent buy. Now with the 3400 and the bomb going down, they have extra cash and they will be able to have another threatening round. So it is now 6 on the board. Ooh, Nico. Mate, you won the round, relax. All right, you've won 6 on the trot, mate. As here we go, back underway. AKs are out, utility aplenty. Round 10. Astralis, magic number I used to say when they were the best in the world on this map was limiting them to 6 T-sided rounds or less. Let's see if Heroic can do that. The game has changed a lot since then. Everybody hugely proficient on the T-sides, but also the CT-sided meta is starting to shift. Nico is going to herd that fall down in the secret position. That information can be given on over, and the rotation will come through. So Stown dropping down the vent, Burrup pushing forward. There's so much on the map right now. CTs are taking lobby space. The fight will be going down with Stown. He only has a flash.
How close is Nico to this? Could he get around there to help out quick enough? I'm
not quick
curious.
enough.
No, you're right. Now, Vegas did this before.
Oh my God.
Ties again. Stown is so quick on the trigger. And this is crisp. The man has stunning aim. But the bomb's now loose. And the T-side are left in a bit of a scenario, a bit of a situation, a sticky one at that, as Zestag's going to find Katie, and that removes a big element. But Borup, happy to turret, stands out in the middle of the site. The smoke's keeping him safe, and as Zestag tries to descend to help out his buddy Device, it's all gone a bit wrong, but a 1v3. Device merely 3 kills, would have to double up here if he wants a chance in this. Now he goes slowly, cautiously, carefully, clearing every step. The first player he might have to fight would be in that cubby. Oh, you're not going to do it to him. Oh, he's done it to him.
Insult to bloody injury right there, Lauren. You don't love to see it. Or maybe you do love to see it. Maybe you're one of the 3 Danish Heroic fans in the world.
Don't be mean.
I'm not being mean. I'm just saying everybody in Denmark is an Astralis fan. It's just the way it works.
It is true. But it's like, you know, back in the day when it was like everyone was an NIP fan in Sweden.
And Fnatic were better.
Yeah. Oh, kind of bad.
How did that feel at DreamHack Winter 2013? There were 6 people cheering for them then, Lauren.
Are you one of them, Chad?
Yeah, it was Vox Eminor.
Yeah.
And Top Gun's dad.
I love Top Gun. I miss him.
Yeah. Well, right now...
He streams a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He does. He's down under. He's got his little bubba, his wife. He's living that normal life. Anyway.
Must be nice.
Yeah, I don't know what that feels like.
What is normal?
Now, let's have a little bit of a look here as what Astralis want to come into round number 11 with. AK for Glaive, head armor, Deagles for the remainder of Astralis, 4 smokes and 2 flashes. The Glaive wanting to find an entry, trying to lead by example here. Not sure if he's taken back the reins of in-game leadership of this team or if Magus is still doing it. That, for me, is maybe information the internet can help me out with. Someone opened the back bloody door, Lauren. Hear that alarm?
Yeah.
It's simple, guys. Use your key cards. All right, well, Cadian takes the rifle out of the equation. Esotrag trying to smoke it off to pick it up himself. He will do so. Pushing forward, has a chance. Tickles the toes, and Cadian to the rescue. Esotrag falls, and another 3-on-5 situation. Astralis seem to make these interesting. At least get back a couple of trades, but this time around, Cadian has something else to say. 3 for him already. Looking for the ace.
And that is going to be delicious if he gets this. Look at him chasing it down. He wants it. Why not? Go for it. Nico did find Device, but yeah, 4 kills and control being shown by Cadian. He's almost on max cap money. He's got 15 kills. And we've said before, he has not had a good victory over Astralis.
5 years, he said. 5 years. He messaged me today. He gave me that tidbit. So he's doing my job for me. Thanks, Katie.
I mean, he's already done that job before.
Yeah, he's done the analyst job. There's a picture with me, him, and Hiko on the desk.
Yeah.
I was the only player out of the 3, and now I'm the only one doing desk work, and those 2 are still playing video games.
Who got it right, do you think?
Hiko.
No question about it.
Just Hiko.
Don't worry, you know.
Right.
I don't know, Cadian's won Cologne, and he's all happy. He's playing the game.
Yeah, but...
Hiko.
Hiko.
You're right. 8-3, something that isn't going right is Astralis' T-side.
Yeah, so 6 was that number, right? So if Heroic are able to pick up 2 more rounds, they're going to make sure that Astralis can't get to that magic number of 6. Now, this was the number I put on Astralis back in the day. Now, I'm also quite curious, Lauren, because if Astralis lose here, that'll be their second loss within Pro League. After their first loss, they had Bubsky instead of Esatag, and then they swapped out Bubsky for Esatag. So I wonder if they lose it today, if they swap out Esatag for Zipex. That'll be a curious one to keep our eyes on with the 7-man roster, but still lots of Counter-Strike.
Just, you know, bring them back.
Now, round 12, AK's out, utility good. Slower approach from Astralis here. No early wall smokes towards Yard. Just posturing up in a little bit of a default. Glaive going searching, seeing what he can find. Cadian now residing in Nico's red pole position. Down playing in there from main, and while Nico's going to be the bit of the game helper all across the map, you'll swing to help ramp, up ladder to help top, also be able to help towards Yard. All block smokes being lined up here. Over they go. And it looks like they'll just be... Did they ruin the wall? There might be another gap on this one. Looks like it. So Nico's going to be able to see if they cross over towards Warehouse. Cadian can actually get out of dodge. He's not necessarily needed as part of this equation. There's a huge gap there. I'm not sure if they're going to be ready for this.
And already losing on Esatag as well. Oh. Yeah, there it is. The gap gets exploited just as that smoke dissipates anyway. Nico given almost a freebie, it feels. The game being controlled by the CT side. And again, another. This is brilliant stuff from the CTs. Looking unfazed by Astralis is a rare sentence, you have to say, but at the moment, it's all going so well. They have got every single letter they need, either dotted, crossed, or just in the right place. Down, going to keep them locked in towards ramp. Sets up another kill to come in from Tessus as Cadian finally appears on the scene. This is 9-3, and it hasn't looked close.
Not at all. Remember the first 3 rounds? Okay, so sure, Astralis won the pistol.
But
let's remember how those next 2 went. The force buy from Heroic, they could have almost won that. They found them actually in a 2-on-1 situation against Dupree coming down ramp. And then in the next round, they had a couple. They had that saved AK, they had an upgraded P250, and a Deagle that was dropped across from Nico to Stown, and they made that round very costly too. They saved 3 guns. They saved a UMP, an AK, and a Galil. And from that point on, Heroic's bank has been bloody beautiful, and they're on a 9-round streak. Smokes towards Yard again. Another flub smoke wall.
You don't love to see it. That's a spray and a half. Tessus just holds down Mouse 1 and holds down the round again. Little to no damage done. Sure, you get Tessus. He took 3 of you. 10-3. I want to cast the good Astralis, Chad.
What do you mean? This is the good Astralis versus the good Heroic.
No, it's not.
What do you mean, no, it's not?
No, it's not.
I know what you wanted. I know that you're like the Astralis fanboy. You and Dupree, you're pretty good mates, but I've been keeping my eye on Counter-Strike recently, and Max getting closer to that camera.
Look at that tash. Ooh.
It's quite
something.
I was going to say filthy, but I meant it in like an affectionate way.
Yeah, like filthy gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh, bow up. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
My feelings.
Do it. Show them.
Oh, the P90. It's everywhere.
That was some next level BM right there. This is not going to fall in their favor. Heroic. Maybe getting a little bit too far ahead of themselves. If they win this after... Okay.
Oh, he's going to do it again.
They are BMing
Not again, not again, not again. Look at Lord Device. Oh,
okay.
Yes, Device. Yes, good. His spidey senses are tingling. It doesn't matter. This is going to be around for Astralis, but it is kind of a...
So this might come back to haunt Heroic. Let's be honest for a second here. So I didn't mind the P90 rush from Borup because their idea was to go for a lobby crunch. I don't hate that. Cadian going to try and knife Device. Hey, bro, like I know you're winning, but there still is the T-side of Nuke.
No, they're a map up to the good. They're feeling themselves. They're like max cap money.
I'm happy with all that, Lauren.
Fun. Chad, they're having fun.
What are we, bloody Ents now?
Having fun. Okay. You know what's more dangerous? A team who's having fun.
You know what's more dangerous? A team who 2-0s Astralis by not letting them get double digits.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, Chad. I know you're anti-fun. You're the fun police. You get your little siren out.
That's not true at all.
Bonk, on the head.
I did upset Teresa today.
What did you do?
Well, because her and Pat were talking about sliding the mattress down the stairs while we're helping Melly move out.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, that's a bad idea. We're not doing that.
So Chad helped someone move out of their apartment today.
I wanted the good brownie points, everybody. Yep.
That'd be quite good fun, honestly. You'd probably break stuff.
We're the 4th floor. It was a dumb idea. The mattress didn't even fit. Anyway.
Okay, we still have obviously a full purchase for Heroic. We knew their money was absolutely flush. No problems there.
Ooh.
And we go. Okay, stealth. Oh, the Mouse 1. It's not pretty. And now there's this round for Astralis. The two players have now been lost and the bomb gets dropped into a far from ideal position. It can be recovered. Borup can't quite see it yet, but he can see Dupree. It's a beheading from above and it's going to be good work from Borup as Device left to watch as it all falls apart. 11-4, Chad. It's looking a little rough around the edges for Astralis. The second half looms, but for now, looks like Heroic might have a 2-0.
I still want something that can last. You make me feel like I'm okay. We both know that you feel the same. Ooh, baby, I got nothing else to prove. You talking about your bad side of me. Remember that you always get to choose. Talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You acting like you really wanna fall for me, but baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You acting like you really wanna fall for me, but baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Wanna be, yeah. I don't wanna be friends, yeah, I guess you got my intention. Got no place I'd rather be, feel like another dimension. I don't wanna talk, baby, you should let it go. I don't wanna go, let me stay a little more. Talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You acting like you really wanna fall for me, but baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Wanna be, yeah. Talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You acting like you really wanna fall for me, but baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Wanna be, yeah.
Doesn't have the time, always talks about all the other guys. Will I ever understand? Without her, it's not fair, I need you back. No more crying at the end, I'll do it again.
Heroic, living up to the name. Honestly, their performance so far has been wonderful. They've been confident, they've been clearly having fun. Even, you know, if Chad hates fun, it's fine.
I hate
fun.
I love winning, and there's nothing more fun in life than winning.
You know, they say something about the journey, not the destination.
They lie. Who are they? Tell me, Lauren. Well, I can tell you something. Astralis.
They're the people who are up 11-4, Chad.
Yeah, GG bet. How's your odds looking now? We've got Astralis. 5 sets of Kevlar straight in towards top. Out they go. Denied at the door. Magus gets one. The trade is going to come in there from Cadian, but it looks like Astralis might be riding the ship here on the pistol. Oh, Cadian down the vent. That's going to be heard, but they're all on top.
Yeah, but he's got the bomb, and he's away. Where's Nico?
Oh, Nico.
Oh, Nico's position's great, but does fall. If he was able to get one, that'd be perfect. Try to isolate one quickly. Can't get through the door. Oh! That could have been everything. It could have been 5. It could have been the ace. But it's Glaive with the fun police hat on today.
Cadian has 22 kills. The rest of the players on his team are just above 10. 12 for Tessus, Borup, and Stown, respectively, and Nico with 11. But Cadian, I can't even imagine the reaction we would have gotten from Cadian if he won that round. That would have been, he would have picked up the monitor and thrown it out the bloody window.
You'd have to edit that first frag a little better, you know what I mean? Like, a little bit of editing, maybe third person on that or something, but...
He spun and got
Oh, it was close.
Boy, okay. Well, he planted and he got 4 kills. So check this out. 3 AK-47s, 2 Deagles. Decent chunk of utility against an AUG. 2 M4s, MP9 and a FAMAS. Astralis need to weather the storm, and they did so in the first half. 3 of their rounds came off the back of the pistol and then being able to just convert. The AK swing. Who's in lower? Oh, that's a big
Nice
ding to take.
Yeah, lovely. Stown, one of the riflers as well. Dupree gonna find Borup. Let's keep Stown one of the weaker players at the moment. Obviously down to only 11 HP, still in the game. Cadian gonna be up towards control. And S-Tag gonna isolate Stown. So S-Tag not being subtle to position, but it's Cadian who's holding that cross, and he is the most deadly on the server right now.
He's having a ball terror in the game. He wants more, Lauren.
They're not even... Okay, Device. Device has been...
Oh! No. What a fumble. There's no way he meant to fall there, surely.
Oh, no.
Maybe he did.
Maybe.
Either way, Tessus just had the luckiest pickup of his life there. Cadian's still on the lower side. S-Attack now needs to find an avenue to get it towards top. Making noise in the vent. That's going to be heard. Tessus locking this down. Jiggling on the ladder, and he falls. Cadian, 3 massive frags, 2 for Tessus, round 12 on the board. I don't know if Device meant to fall off there or not.
I don't know if it was just, he still assumed it was low.
Moment there, though, as he is in the air and he sees Tessus, like, crouching on the side, it's like, oh, shit. Like, wow.
Let's...
Oh, he did mean to fall. Okay, I thought he just slipped off.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Forced by now from Astralis here.
They're on the ropes.
Yeah, they lose this one. They're going to be 13-5 down. They will have to take a save in round number 19, and that means likely 14 on the board for Heroic. It is Deagles. Damage done early. Glaive taking a chunk. Magus even more so. Device being tickled.
Nico clears, yeah. Really, really smart to keep check on these things. Not allowing any of these Deagles to be put into places where they could maybe capitalize on a quick kill. And now they pause for a second, maybe just kind of ensure that no one's found a gap. Smoke going in. And Megas clearing through lobby. No one's there, so this could help them kind of feel more committed to the lean. Tessus in a little bit of danger, but not too much. Device obviously just with that Deagle.
Yeah, Tessus here. Well, it doesn't even need to deal with Device there. The Molotov will do it for him. Megas, we saw his flanks on Vertigo. He's going to do something absolutely nuts here to make this one work. Pistols in the back. It's never the easiest. The first one lines on up. Nico down to half HP now. 48 seconds left on the clock, and the descent towards the lower side of things. Tessus has taken ladder control. We have the rotation over towards B. That's going to be Dupree now tucked on into the bomb site itself. Oh, wow. They've completely forgotten about Megas' position. He's found a second. That's a third.
Oh, my God. That's a fourth. Megas has made that look gorgeous for Astralis, and maybe saved them for another round, unless Tessus can change their odds.
20 seconds now, has to get a move on.
On the run now, bomb not to hand, and Megas still on patrol. He's got the angle on it, but Tessus has his head, and now suddenly low HP, 12 HP, and Dupree. He's on the upper side of things.
Is there time to plant? This is going to be so close.
5 seconds, 4. I think he's just got that. Yeah, bomb.
He's heard the ladder
down.
too.
And he's heard the steps. Tessus knows what's happening. Did Dupree see him out on the...
Oh my God!
Saving the day. That looked like it was all done. Megas just got 4 kills. And Tessus still turns the favor.
How did that even happen? It didn't feel like that was possible. They knew Magisk was up on towards the silo, and then Stown comes up secret, completely forgetting about him, and he punishes. This is the opening onto Cadian. Next minute, Stown thinks he's disappeared in plain sight. Well, he's still got that covered and follows on through with 2 more massive frags. And then Tessus with 20 seconds left on the clock as this kill comes on in.
I don't know how he got this far out.
Oh my God. 12 HP for the final kill. He has just saved Heroic here from what could have been a spiral. Look, things are looking great for them, but to win a clutch like that, if you're not fired up now on the Heroic side of things, look at what it means. They're here to play today, Heroic. They're not messing about. This is the eco now. This has to be the eco. Magisk, because of those 4 kills, that's 4 times 3, add the zeros. There's a bit of extra cash there. Quick maths.
Nice try.
I'm not going to ask you to do it. I mean,
No,
everyone at home, everyone at home can play along. You know how it is. So he's bought a Deagle. But everyone else, only with that 1900 loss bonus coming on through, they're just down to USPs. Magisk is going to have to perform, I don't know, some magic.
You make me sick. You make me sick. It's not in the P chain. Flash towards ramp. Let's see if anything comes from this. We got to look for Magisk with that Deagle. S-Tag going to get things started. Device does a bit of damage, but it's all been mopped up.
Never was a big fan of mopping.
Thanks,
That's why
Chad.
I bought the Steam mop. Steam mop's much more enjoyable.
Yeah?
Yeah, it cleans much easier. You don't have the ugly
Do you have like
bucket.
tile floors?
Yeah, we do. Malta's very, very humid and wet. So we need to make sure that, you know, keeping the floors clean.
Of course.
I don't
I just imagine having Alex leaving just a trail of dirt through the house.
It's not dirt. It's more like ketchup and barbecue sauce and salsa jars and
toothpaste.
There was one day I came out and he'd had pizza, but he had it at the dining table, which is okay.
That's good.
But there was like pepperoni and stuff all over the floor.
How?
And there was plenty of ants. I haven't told him about that. I just cleaned it up.
Oh.
Hope he's not watching.
No, he's left us. So well, no, actually, to be fair,
He'll be back in a couple of days.
he is coming back soon. So we're going to have to, I don't know, maybe put some pepperoni on the floor so he feels at home.
Like I said, I didn't tell him about that.
What, does he think things just get magically cleaned up? Anyway,
Well,
look,
they do
I'm
when you live with me.
Oh, good lordy. Dupree has bounced down, but Ramp's under strain. You've got S-Tag having to fall away from this. Don't see any support quickly coming towards Ramp, at least, so this does open up the map somewhat. Looking at towards Tessus is seeing, it will be Glaive who could find a fight here. No steps to be made, at least for the T's. Tessus slowly clears towards the lower side. Glaive up top. Nico there. Gets spotted. Nico beheads him. Nico is sharp today as well. His shots have been nice and clean, and they're everywhere. They are absolutely everywhere. Wormed their way in. And luckily for them, Magisk is still having a brilliant game, but there's always threats against them, and yes, they win the round, but with 2 players standing up against 14 rounds.
Yeah, and previously, Heroic, when they went down into that 1-on-3 situation that Tessus had to pull them out of the hole of, their money's obviously not fantastic due to having only 1 player survive in that round and then all 5 being obliterated in round number 20. Some great work from Magisk. He does not want to drop the ball here. He wants to make sure that Astralis stay in this one for as long as they can, but they have a mountain to climb right now. As Heroic do have enough to limp in with a half buy, and they've actually gone all in. So AKs for 3 of them, Deagles for Stown and Nico, utility once more, and these are the type of rounds which always impress me with Heroic. They make every single round where it feels like they're out of it interesting. That's a huge dink. Cadian down to 14, being kept on notice there by Glaive. Glaive has a nade. Even more damage being done. Cadian's actually tucked on out of contention for any more of this. This is all right. They have taken the space. So they're across towards Secret. 3 of them down. Cadian going back towards lobby. You've got Stown dealing with the squeaky rotation. They have a smoke and 2 flashes on Nico. They can limp this one out through the door to get the plant. Very quick stuff here. Astralis aren't ready for this.
No, they don't really have much to say about it. By the time they've already taken over lower, no one's that nearby. S-Tag's somewhat locked out. Stown trying to capitalize on any players maybe slipping towards vents, but only had the Deagle to do so he can't get it done, but Cadian can.
Effective on 14 HP.
Now Tessus pushed up towards ramp, holding back maybe 3. Glaive found first, puts so much pressure on Device and S-Tag. They know there's a player nearby, but there's so many more angles to worry about, and another gets revealed.
They have to save. Like, none of them have a kit on their back. There is a little bit of utility to work with, but to go on in when the bomb was already halfway ticked, and you knew that Cadian was being a snake in the grass after he got that lobby frag onto Dupree, you were risking a lot there, and this is 15 for Heroic, Lowen. Lauren.
Thanks, Chud.
So, look, this game's basically over. This game's over, mate. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
I feel like we barely started.
Well, that's good. We get short days. Think about yourself for a moment, Lauren.
I quite like being in here. It's nice, though.
Really?
Yeah.
You can stay for the other series if you want. I won't drop you home.
No. All right, I'm quite comfy in that back seat now.
You don't need to be in the back seat. There's no rush today. And I'm not driving you around like a bloody Uber driver, so...
Nah, back seat's mine, mate. That's all it is.
Okay, well, Tag, we were mentioning coming into this, one of the highest-rated players in the tournament, the highest-rated player for Astralis within their EPL run. He's down the bottom there with only 6 kills, so... Struggle Street. I was going to say for the Danes. Well, on both sides, both have red logos. Things are getting a little bit confusing out here, but one of which is poised, and one of which is the ESL 1 Cologne champions of 2020, and that will be Heroic. 1 round away, and this is going to be a giant for them to slay. This might even mean more to them than some tournament wins that might be on the horizon.
It definitely does feel like something they put a great deal of attention towards, and that's no discredit to other games in these scenarios, but I mean, this looks like Heroic proving a point.
Yeah.
It's not just winning a game, it's personal. And I'm sure it is, you know, you've been living in this Colossus's shadow for so long, and maybe not even rightfully so to some degree.
Well, they've built the framework for Counter-Strike to be played at this level, and Heroic, they're running with it, and they're making it look fantastic here. As early damage done to Nico, who's carried across that MP9 from Cadian in the previous round. AK's out for the other 4 of them. Cobbled together will be an MP9 for Dupree, scout for Device. Cadian on 28 frags, Flash is coming forward. Do they want to fight? Do they want to tussle? Smoke towards the main position now. Flash will come on over as Tassus is going to swing on around, has to clear Unbreakable. Good flash from Glaive. He takes down that on Tassus. Going to deal with Cadian as well, who's been damaged on up. And this round here is looking good for Astralis. 7 shouldn't be too far away. A little bit of a team flash, but not the end of the world. And unless Stown does something absolutely filthy here, we will be going into round 23 of play. It's not to be just yet. And if any team was going to come back from this kind of a scoreline, Astralis would be one of the names towards the top of that list. 30 seconds now, potentially just wanting to hold on to these AK-47s. They will get a $1,400 loss bonus in the next round. That'll be just enough for the likes of Tessus and Cadian to buy. 20 seconds now, just standing tall. Maybe seeing if they can do any late round damage. That's a freebie for Burrup. Back turn, Glaive goes down. Does anybody else want some? As the weapons are a little bit more important at this stage for Astralis to hold on to than Heroic. So playing the long game here, Heroic. If they can deny Device getting a better weapon, stop Dupree from upgrading as well. Here you go, he's going to try and grab one, and he's lost it as well. So let me point something out. Take a look at the bottom right of your screen before we go to replays. Device going in with 3,300, and I think Glaive there just had over 4K. So the fact that Heroic didn't even go for the round, the damage that they did is actually quite good. They will be able to drop across guns. That's not going to be too many dramas. But it's damage that's going to continue to flow on, and you want to keep your foot on the throat with the CT side of the economy. You don't want to let them start building a bank. They do have to fully invest every round, but you don't want them to start feeling comfortable.
No, certainly not. Initial damage exchange, though, looking a little favorable towards the T's, as Glaive is now down to just 23 HP. A nade, a bit of utility damage could do work. But you're looking at Device to try and tip the scales, but it doesn't work out for him. Nico's got his number. Takes that CT player away from T-Red on the outside area, and you can see the rest of the Ts can now work their way around depending on what they want to do with this newly acquired information and pick.
Well, Glaive being low and Nico being low, I'm not quite sure who has the better of this one. Surely the number advantage for Heroic should be setting them up for success in round 23. They've just done the smokes over towards Yard, and Glaive's dropped his one-way. So if that's going to be noted from the side of things of Heroic, they are aware that Glaive's position will be on through, but I think they're too far away. Dupree just making sure they're not sneaking over towards main. Smoke is starting to expire towards Squeaky, and we've seen Heroic go for a couple of contact plays out the door. They like to walk on forward, use their robotic aim. Back towards main. Molly CT vent. Tessus with another. Here we go, Lauren.
Time to play it, Tessus. towards Glaive. That is sharp as anything. This guy's leading the way by example. Magus has been a turret, and he's still a turret. 3 kills, keeping Astralis in this one. Cadian dipping down the vents, though. He's away. And Nico trying to hold that doorway. Only 2 HP, so this is a valuable position for him. Maybe he could still be relevant to this. Maybe even hinder Magus, but 3 kills. He knows there's a chance of someone there. Cadian's got his own battle to fight, and he loses it. This maybe puts some pressure on Nico.
There's a molly here. He can grab a molly.
And now with the molly in hand, he's got timing on this one. He slows down. S-Tag on the other side, trying to bait this so right, trying to play the time so right. He's still got the kit. Doors open. Nico shows his position. Oh, Nico! 2 HP lands the shot. Molly not